How are you doing, ARIAN, mate?
Good, good. Can you hear me? I know this mic's a
Yes.
little bit wonky.
No, I can hear you well. How are you feeling? Did you get out of bed to watch the game, or did you just get out of bed to come on this feed?
Of course, got out of bed to watch the game. I actually got out a little bit late, though. I basically turned the TV on to see. I didn't even see the cross. I just saw Mboma whack it into the corner. So that was a great start.
So it's your fault.
It is my fault. I apologize. That was on me. That was on me. If I didn't turn the TV on, he would have missed.
That's right. So what did you make of the performance overall today, mate?
I think, given that we went a goal down, you think about the match going into it, and Brentford are a team that kind of play exactly the way that we hate to go up against. Like they are the antithesis of Ange ball. They are the sit back, set piece, long ball team, and that's what they are. And that's, I think, what everybody was nervous about going into this game. And to go 1-0 down to a team like that is basically a recipe for disaster. They were thinking, great, now they're going to sit back deep, and that's going to be games. But no, we applied the pressure, and Brentford really couldn't cope. I was surprised the fact that I thought Thomas Franks were a little bit better than that, but we just completely dismantled them within the first 20 minutes. I think we could have scored more than one, about like 3 or 4. There was a bunch of spurts where we could have scored 3 or 4, and I think just over 90 minutes they really couldn't lay a glove on us by that little 10-minute period that Vicario had his little spotlight.
Yeah.
But besides that, the highs and lows of Vicario, we see a little miscontrol that ends up getting shot right at him, and then we see the little handball incident, and also we see one of the best saves of the season. So that's Vicario for you. And yeah, it's a little bit of an up and down game, but I really don't think anybody can argue that we didn't deserve that result, because I think we played exceptionally well for 90 minutes.
Yeah, completely agree. I mean, I think one thing I guess we'd have to say about Brentford is they are suffering from about 9 injuries. So it was a bit of a mishmash of a team they put in. And I think Frank is a good manager. He always finds a way to make it close, even when he's playing the biggest teams. So fair play to them on that. I talked about James Maddison being my man in the match. An earlier call, I think Sam talked about Porro being his man in the match. I thought both played well, but important, I think, for Spurs and Maddison to get his confidence right back up where it was at the beginning of last season. And I think he's starting to show more of that form now.
Yeah, I don't even think really Porro was in the mix for man of the match, to be honest. I think it was good, but everybody was good. I don't think Porro was up there for man of the match. Maddison, undoubtedly man of the match for me. He was just a step above everybody else. So for me, it's absolutely Maddison. I think everything that went right was Maddison. Some of the things he was doing, even when he came on during Coventry, like this season again, it's been the Maddison that we love to see every time he gets the ball. The technical quality he's had for the past couple of games, absolutely sublime, been brilliant. And that goal, the weak foot chip finish over like that is a difficult finish. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. That's a brilliant goal, and just. Yeah, he was wonderful. I think probably my other highlight, I think Solanke was excellent today. Putting on the pressure. Sometimes like that little period we're under pressure from Brentford, and he just turns back to his man, gets the ball, just wins a corner out of pretty much nothing, out of getting that pressure. Stuff like that is what you want your center forward to do in a situation like that. And obviously he got his goal as well. On the side, obviously Solanke, the striker, he gets a goal, but he did this one thing. So I think he was great. I think
his hold-up play. Sorry to interrupt, Darren. I just think his hold-up play is offering us something that we have not seen since Harry Kane. And actually, I'd say that hold-up play is one of Harry Kane's weakest areas, but Solanke is really good at it. And Solanke is the first player we've had for a while where I've been like, oh, this is like what it's like when opposition strikers play against us. It feels to me like we always play teams who have a big number 9 who are able to hold it up really well, and now we've got one, and he's really blessed with his feet, so he gets it down with his chest, and then he's got good tight close control to bring other players in. And I think I'm really confident that Solanke, as the confidence of the squad and the team builds up, will make him a lot more chances, and he'll score a lot of goals this season.
Yeah, he was under a lot of unfair pressure as well going into this game. Oh, he hasn't scored. And Ange said, take a deep breath, do some yoga. It's been like 3 games. So I'm happy he got his goal. Really just takes the pressure off his back, monkeys off his back. Now he can go in and just have the good games he's been having for us, even if he's not scoring. So I'm very, very pleased with his performance. I think Brennan, again, obviously gets that goal. Could have obviously done a bit better for the other chance, but he got his goal when it mattered. So, lovely stuff from him. And I just think everybody played well. It's really difficult to single somebody. I think Basuma, that challenge for that third goal, by the way, that sliding tackle to get that third goal, absolutely brilliant stuff. On a yellow card, too. On a yellow card. So, just wonderful, wonderful stuff. I think everybody was good. I really don't think anybody was bad. So saying the X player wasn't man of the match really isn't even a knock on them because they still played very well.
And then looking ahead then with, obviously Qarabağ in the week and then Old Trafford next weekend, is this the start of something? Could this be the start of something? And could we really click soon and we can really put those kind of Ange haters to bed? For me, what we need is like a huge statement win away from home. I was hoping that it might be a big statement North London derby win at home the other week, but it didn't happen. Maybe Old Trafford is the place to go and get that big, huge statement win for Ange that can really set us on a run. What do you think?
I think things have been building even before this. I think the results just being the way they have created this narrative that we've had a bad season, like on the ball or like just playing poorly. I don't think that's true. I really think the only bad performance we've had was Coventry, which we won that game. And besides that, I think we've had a good season performance wise. I think the results going our way for 7 or 8 different reasons per game just create this narrative that somehow we're falling off, and it's putting weird pressure on Ange that I don't see. And I think, today was kind of a sign of that. We absolutely dominated, and I don't think we played better today than like any of the other Premier League games. But yet we dominated and got the result because we've been dominating every single game. We just haven't been getting all the results. So if we just keep playing this way, and I'm sure we will because we've been very consistent this season when the 11 is what it was instead of what it was against Coventry, I think United are in for it. And I don't necessarily think they can handle it because if you see the way United play, their identity is this like kind of chaotic long ball, second ball thing that really isn't the blueprint to play against Ange. They do have players that can have good individual moments, which is always scary going into a game. But I think tactically we have them outclassed. And if we get that win at Old Trafford, it could be, the massive thing to build off of just results-wise because we've been playing well tactically. I think just we need a confidence booster here or there. Maybe a Sonny goal to get him back because he's refusing to shoot at the moment. Something like that just to really build off of. But I'm not concerned to say, we need something because our performances are in the mud because they're absolutely not. Our performances have been good. And the people putting pressure on Ange are just I don't really know what the word for them is. It's a very weird thing to be doing because I'm not necessarily convinced that they're thinking about the games or watching the games if they're doing that. So that's just my take on it. I think we've absolutely we got it.
My only negativity towards Ange was based on the team that he picked for Coventry. Other than that, I've got no complaints whatsoever. Just before you go, Arian, I just want to say, obviously, we talked about Bentancur playing well, and then Basuma came on and had such a huge part to play in that third goal. Who do you think will start there against Qarabağ, and who will start there in the big one at Old Trafford?
I think Bentancur is nailed on to start at Qarabağ. If for no other reason, the only reason is that if he does end up getting banned by the Premier League, he's going to just be playing in Europe anyway. So I think he's pretty much nailed on to start that game. And I think Basuma is probably going to be the guy we go in for at Old Trafford because I think like last time he beat Man United last season, that 2-0 win, he was absolutely brilliant in that game. So we need more of that from him. So I think it's going to be him. And I think really, again, like I said, I think United are going to be in for it. They're really not good. And also they've been, 12 minutes. And I obviously can't watch the game because I've been waiting for the interview. I'm going to be watching them against Crystal Palace to see how where they're at because I really think I just really think we got them. I'm excited for the Old Trafford game.
I think more importantly than anything, though, Arian, Hursty says, "Hey, Arian, make your bed, young fella." 6-yard box says, "Yeah, Arian, that bed is a disgrace." There's a lot of call here for you to just do some basic.
Always something about my bed. Yeah, I'm waking up at 7 a.m. I'm just jumping to the living room to watch the game. I do not care about making my bed. Respectfully.
Top man, Arian. Thanks for calling in. I'll speak to you next week, one of the games, and have a great rest of your weekend.
And as always, come on, you Spurs!